Thanks for joining Let's Get to Talking, presented to you by Black Gay Table Talk. I'm Kenan.
I'm Dorian.
Join us as we take you on a journey of discussion from two Black gay male perspectives.
Get ready for authentic, heartfelt, raunchy, thought-provoking, and relatable shows.
We're happy to be a part of your podcast family.
Let's get to talking.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Get to Talking, brought to you by Black Gay Table Talk. We have an exciting show for you today. We are wrapping up the year. We're going to go over some memorable experiences throughout the year that we've had, and hopefully you enjoy. So go grab some coffee, a snack, or that cocktail, and join us for the show. What?
Wow, my friend is bursting with enthusiasm.
Look, I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm sipping on, okay? What you drinking on over there, Dorian?
Hey, Kenan. I'm drinking out of my beloved city mug, H2O. Trying to stay hydrated. Got to keep the skin smooth.
You do have to keep the skin smooth. So, of course, my cup is the Black Gay Table Talk Black LGBTQIA cup that you can find on our website. Yes, www.blackgaytabletalk.com, and you can click on the shop for more.
2024 would be a good way to start it off with one of those.
Hey! So, my friend, can you believe it's been about a year that we've been doing the podcast, that Black Gay Table Talk has existed?
12 months. Wow.
Isn't that something? Yeah, it flew by to me.
The whole year has blown by.
Yeah.
Not just in the things that we were trying to accomplish this year, but the year in itself has really just seemed like it is just, I woke up and we're now getting ready to go into another year.
I know. Time does fly fast, though. Time does fly, especially when you're having fun.
Or let's use the old saying, time waits for no one.
Whew, true that. True that.
We're living proof of that.
Right. So, let's get into it. Like I said, we're going to reflect over the past year and some things that stood out for us. So, was there any major events or anything that stood out to you in the past year that you wanted to just highlight for a moment?
On a personal level, nothing really stood out. I did things that I wanted to do this year, which I'm very pleased of, which people who know me really personally know I love to travel. So I did get a lot of that done. I got rid of something that I had been holding on to for over 30 years almost.
Oh, what was that?
No, it wasn't quite 30. It's 25 years.
Yeah.
I sold my house.
You did.
And that, it was bittersweet. I just think overall this was a good year for me. Mentally, physically. It was just a good year.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Oh my gosh. So on a personal note, I would say this was a year that I learned some valuable lessons. In particular with work, right? Having that work-life balance. I'm okay saying no. Like,
oh my God, I was going to mention that later. It's okay to say no.
Money will, I mean, if you're a hard worker and you know your value and you know what you're able to bring to the table, and you maintain and refine that skill set as you go, you're going to find something. There will be someone, you will be of value to someone or some entity. You know what I'm saying? But when it starts to impede into your work, I mean, your home life, it's okay to say no, because these years you don't get back. this time with the family you don't get back with my baby, my son, I won't get back. So my answer is no all day now. Like not not to the extent of where I can't get things done, but I'm okay saying no. Whereas before I was all scared, like, oh, well, oh, I could be replaced, or oh, they made this, they made that. Damn all that. No, because guess what? This right here, this is something that I can't get back. If anything happens, you can replace me like that. You know what I'm saying? I
I
can't get this back.
agree. We need to
So,
do an episode on the word no. We need to
hey,
book
why
that
not?
and do a episode on no, because I really wanted to spend some time on. It's okay to say no. No is not a negative thing.
True, true. I think, but on another level, though, this is one of your sayings, and I will give it to you. They gonna judge you. They gonna judge you one way or another,
No matter what you do,
no
what you
matter what
say,
you do,
they're
right?
gonna judge you.
So even with having the podcast and having the growth that I've experienced with uh the businesses and putting myself out there, I've normally been a very, very private person, even from a social media aspect. I very seldom would post, but on one side of that, it did block a lot of the judgment that we know still exists in the world. But at the same time, it was because I wanted to avoid that judgment and that criticism and now it's like I really don't give a damn. Say what you want to say. I'm here. I am who I am. I'm a part of God's body just like everybody else. So why should I have to sit back and withhold and feel like I have to be closeted in or put into this box so that I won't have to hear the negativity when it exists, whether I want it to or not. So
Absolutely.
I think that is a major achievement of mine. The success with the podcast platform and just the Black LGBTQIA brand as a whole. I think those are my
Well, let me
successes. So okay.
publicly acknowledge your success this year. I'm very proud of you, brother. I think you've done a phenomenal job in staying consistent and staying on task, and even reeling me in when I can get
Oh,
sidetracked so easily. My attention span is probably that of a 6-year-old sometimes. I know that. And I know you want to say it some days. So I'm on record today saying it for you. Now I'm gonna deny it after today because we're being a new year. I'll be like,
we'll be able to,
I
right.
never said that. But just for the purpose of this moment, I will acknowledge that you keep me on track some days.
Yeah. New year blank page. So
Right.
it's behind us. I mean, we made it do what it do.
Exactly. So keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you, Dorian.
Did you have a wow moment or an epic moment? It could be a celebrity. Well, I'm not telling your story. You went to see Beyonce, the Renaissance tour.
I did. I went to see.
Was that epic for you?
You know what? I will admit it was pretty epic. And sorry, Beehive. Okay, I've never been one to be in the Beehive. Now I could be one of the keepers where I come and check on y'all and make sure things are okay. I think I said this in an episode before. I can come and check and make sure things are okay, but
uh,
she put on a phenomenal show, and the production itself was so well crafted that you have to respect the game.
okay.
And it rivals Michael Jackson or Janet Jackson, those big, big productions. And I won't even say rivals. It just puts you in that headspace of, wow, this is the magnitude of her craft now. She's
Mm-hmm.
perfected it and she's worked on it. It's huge. But yes, so we got to see Beyonce in concert. We the Renaissance tour. We got to see
Okay.
Janet. My first
Of
time
course,
seeing
I went to
Janet.
see Janet too, so I'm just.
Yes. So we did get good seats. And I was like right there with Janet. I was like, oh my God. Janet. But we saw Tevin Campbell with his. I know I'm married, but I mean I'm human. Tevin is sexy as hell. Okay, he's still sexy. So we saw Tevin Campbell. Um, oh my gosh, we saw a lot of amazing singers like Dave Hollister. Um, a lot of people. A lot of people. We This was the year of concerts for me.
I will
Because I'm a
agree.
music lover, and what better way to have a good time than to see them live and in person. So this was a year where we said we're going to give back to ourselves for all of the hard work we put out.
That's good. So this year, of course, I saw Janet.
Yes, you did.
Uh, I got to see Stephanie Mills and Jeffrey Osborne. And I'm sure our viewers will tell by the people that I've seen versus who you've seen. I'm in a whole different age group.
That's okay. Stephanie Mills, she's the ish, okay?
Jeffrey Osborne. I just recently saw Teresa Griffin.
Okay.
Um, and next week I'm going to see Shantae Moore. And I'm literally, if the stage is, I'm sitting right where the stage is, literally. Love
Yeah.
Shantae Moore. I've seen her numerous times, but this is the first time I'm going to be like right up close and personal.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
really, really,
love some
really
Shantae Moore.
excited about that. And I'm going to see Avery Sunshine, another person that I've seen numerous times. But some of these people, you probably will hear me say over and over, I can go see a Avery Sunshine, a Shantae Moore, um, a Will Downing, because they always give such powerful shows.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
never a moment I can come out there, and even though I know the songs backwards and forward, I love them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, I miss because I was out of town when Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight came to Atlanta, and it was
Mm.
one of those. Do I not go on my trip
Yeah.
or see these legends? Uh, I've been blessed again to have seen them before, but just to see them together would have just been just wonderful for me.
Yeah.
I hope they go back on tour, even if they're not together again, to see them before they put up their performing shoes, and because I know they're getting up there in age, and performing
Yeah.
probably is not as easy as it was 30 or 40 years ago for them.
Yeah.
So when they do come out, I like to support them. And I'm about to say something that a couple of people may not like, but going to a Patti LaBelle concert is probably a little bit more subdued than going to a Little Baby concert. Okay, the audience is a little bit different there.
Just a smidge.
I not to say that something can't kick off in the parking lot at one of their concerts, but the
But
likelihood is a little greater that it won't happen than if I went to a Little Baby concert. And
facts.
there's no
Big
disrespect to
facts.
Little Baby. No,
No
none.
disrespect.
I'm
No
just trying to say
disrespect.
the audience, you know. I can't see Daddy with his cane fighting Grandpa with his cane and walker. That just probably ain't gonna happen. Okay, just let's call it for what it is. Let's just call it what it is.
Right.
Okay,
Got it.
so in 2023, did you do any local, regional, international travels?
You know what? No. 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 Um, no travel. Like, so I'm kind of like this, right? So before we started our family, like we got our travel in. Like
Okay.
every birthday for what, 6 years or so, I was in a different country. Like we got our travel in, or we were in the States traveling about. So I didn't really have the travel bug per se,
Okay.
or but I wanted to have the experiences, right? And so that's
Hmm.
why I kind of said, well, okay, now, my son is getting older, the kids are getting older. Um, I want to start like having experiences. So we started doing like restaurants that we hadn't been to, the
Okay.
concert things like that. But it's kind of messed up because my son has had his passport since he was 18 months, and we haven't really stamped it yet. And not to mention, half of his family is in the Bahamas. But this upcoming year, that's where we're gonna start back traveling and getting things together. And it's funny, we talked about this on an episode of Marriage Sessions. Dominic and I. Um, at a certain point, the relationship kind of becomes a business. It's
I
run more
recall.
like a business because
Hmm.
it's no longer, hey babe, how was your day? It's now, hey, did you remember to do this? Or hey, don't forget we got the taxes and this. So it's more business. So we've been in that business phase of the relationship, and now we're shifting, and now we've kind of mastered the business phase, so we're shifting and we're able to incorporate other stuff. So in short, the traveling will start back.
Okay.
The traveling will start back this upcoming year, and we'll start to have more of those family experiences traveling. But we had some other stuff to make sure we had
Okay.
in the bag
Well, what
first.
was that? You said you guys went to a couple of restaurants this year. Was there a particular restaurant locally that you, not giving them a shout out, but say, okay, I'm glad I got a chance to go here and experience my dining experience here was one of a kind.
You know what? There were a few. There were a few. And once I can secure those sponsored ads, we'll go ahead and mention them. But no,
Nice
but
answer. So, AKA, he probably don't remember any of them.
no, one was like and it was something simple, waffles and willies, or willies and waffles, where
Okay.
the waffles are shaped like penises and vajayjays. And then they do this whole thing of uploading, or not uploading, but inserting the cream in the tip of it, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a
Well, we
whole
get on camera.
experience.
We don't have to talk about this. I don't remember that part of the year.
It's literally in Chicago. Now I will give them a shout out. Okay, I'll give y'all a shout out, and I will upload the video because it was pure
Oh, you had video
entertainment.
too?
Because as he's making it, right, he's putting the blueberries in it. Like there's one I think is blue balls, like, and it's the penis and then it's the balls, and they put the cream in it and stuff. And as he's making it, he's like, "Oh yeah, you like that? Like, oh yeah!" Like he's giving you a show. Like,
Man, you usually tell me everything. I don't recall you telling me this. You kept this a secret all year long. What quarter of the year did you go in? Was it the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or was it the fourth quarter? I need to know.
this was probably the third quarter.
So that's between July and the end of September. And I'm never
This is true, Your Honor.
and I'm supposed to be the best friend, and I haven't even heard of this. I'm going to take it that I was probably on a vacation on this particular weekend or day
you
that they
you were
went.
probably gone. You've been in these streets, okay? So, or in the skies or on the seas. You've been gone. So maybe it was while you were gone. That's my story. I'm sticking to it
Okay. Move on.
now.
I don't want any more of this on film about this dining experience until I get more information. We can come back next year in 2024 and follow up on this.
But to give you that climax with the experience that we had there,
Uh-huh.
they were thoroughly entertaining, right? And who would think that you get so much entertainment just seeing them put together, a
A meal.
waffle, a dessert.
Okay.
And not only that, they were nice. Of course, it's gay owned, right? And it's in I guess Boys Town in
Okay.
Chicago. But um they were nice. They were welcoming, they were entertaining, and it was really good. It was really good. So if you are in Chicago, and if you're, whether you're straight, bi, gay, whatever have you, if you want a good an exciting experience around a dessert or a sandwich or some food, I do recommend them, okay? And you'll find their info on our channel.
Okay.
Yes, I gotta send you
I'm
those pictures
speechless
for you.
right now.
So and what's so and
We
I'll
talk
even
about
say,
everything, and I swear I don't remember this conversation at all.
yo, of course I had the one that was shaped like the penis, and Dominic, he had like this chicken sandwich, and the I guess the breading on the sandwich, or the bread, instead of bread it was like the waffle cake, but the waffle cake was like of a JJ with the, the lips and the whole thing. It was like, yeah, it was an experience. I'll say that.
Well, I'm going to plan a trip home real soon. You owe me a meal there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I, I'm not coming home until after March when it's a little warmer.
I got you.
You know, I don't do the cold weather. So I'll be back home sometime after March 31st. Because I don't know if my feelings should be hurt right now. I got to pull down the arms of my chair because this one just took me over. Let me drop my chair a little. Okay.
You're so funny.
I'll just, wow.
Anyway, um, so were there any cultural or societal events that kind of stood out to you in the past year?
I think the one that I think I've, and maybe because it's the most recent, that's probably stuck in my head right now was the beatdown in Montgomery, Alabama. Is that the right term to use? The brawl? Um,
You said the beatdown. Like,
um, Forgive me if I didn't use the right terminology.
it is what it is. Like, they fucked around and found out. That's plain.
We can call it that if you want. You want to call it that? They fucked around and found out.
Okay.
I'm going to steal this, and I have to put it in quotes because I'm kind of stealing someone else's words, but it made the most sense. It had so many more meaning because it wasn't the fight itself because I'm not a fan of violence. And I think once you become a certain age, you should be able to overcome anything without physical. Uh, I don't think the end to a disagreement should be a physical altercation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So for me, it just, they always say culturally, African Americans don't stand up for one another. They don't support one another. They don't. And to see the camaraderie, the fellowship, whatever term you want to use, of other people coming to his defense. Be it's swimming across a pond, it's skipping down a bridge, it's jumping off a boat. It just it just resonated to a point that it's like, wow, we really do know how. It's just that sometimes we choose not to support our own.
Support our own.
And it
Okay.
just, on so many other levels, it just meant so much more. Uh, do I do I agree with someone getting hit with a chair? No, but it goes to the term you used a few moments ago. You fucked around and found out. You thought your entitlement was guaranteed, but you found out that entitlement pretty much means nothing nowadays.
Hmm.
You know, that was one of the big things that resonated with me for 2023. Um, What about
I
yourself?
will admit, baby, when that was happening, I was like, because we were watching the videos, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, he got a child. They were jumping him. They literally were jumping this man. And I don't know, that was the it by any means necessary. And then when you saw the amount, when I saw the amount of people that came and actually, I mean, okay, if you want, if all is fair, right? You want to
Mhm.
jump on him, guess what? We gonna jump on you. Like we gonna take care of the business. And I do feel that I don't condone violence, right? And we at Black Gay Table Talk don't condone violence, or Black LGBTQIA as a brand. We
Mhm.
don't condone violence, right? Violence is something that we've had to endure and we still endure just to live our lives, right? So we don't want it. We don't want it. But when we come together as one, I think that moment showed anything is possible. Like behavior is not okay. Your privilege will not continue to, get you by. We're going to have this moment and we're going to help you to find out what this really looks like. And that's just my little 2 cents. But I'm not going to lie though, it was so exciting to watch. It really was. And I feel a part of me feels bad, but I'm not going to lie. I feel fantastic knowing that they got what they deserved.
I, I understand
Because so
exactly
often
what
they
you
don't.
mean. I honestly understand what you mean. It just comes a time that enough is enough is enough.
Yeah.
You're mad at somebody for actually doing their job. He didn't wake up and just say, "Oh, if a boat come in here, I'm just gonna tell them they just can't." He was physically at work
Mm-hmm.
doing what he was hired to do.
Mm-hmm. You know what? So, and it's so funny. We were in a store yesterday. I'm not gonna name the store, but we were in the store yesterday. And typically when you're leaving the store and you have items that are not in your bag or in your basket or in a bag, they ask for your receipt to confirm that that item that's not in the bag or in the basket, that it was paid for, right? We all know this. We all know that these things happen when we go in certain stores where they verify your receipt as you check going out, right?
Right.
There were so many assholes that I saw, and I'm not gonna lie, it was those people who were used to having privilege. This lady is, sir, I need to see your receipt. He holds it up, does not stop walking, holds it up, and continues to walk on out. Like, or another guy completely ignoring her. Like that pissed me. Some people are just naturally stuck in getting away with shit or having that privilege and this happened yesterday and it was so upsetting. And it's like, this lady is trying to do her job. I kind of just went into this because the guy with the Montgomery brawl situation,
Uh,
he was trying to do his job. And it tapped into me. Okay, I just saw another example of privilege just yesterday where this young girl was trying to do her job, or this young woman was trying to do her job, and people were just being nasty to her and rude to her. And it's like, she's trying to do her job. Like, why? And at the end of it all, this is another human being, a human. Why? Where's that? Where's that empathy? Where's that common
I get
shared
it.
human experience? We all have to work. We all have a job to do. Whether you have appreciation for the job that I do or not, know that I still have to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
So respect me as a human
Integrity,
or you get what I'm saying. But
I
I
get
digress.
it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I feel
I,
so short. My feet are just dangling in the chair. That's
um, well, you may want to get an adjustable chair where you can lower or raise it.
yeah. But if I lower it, I'll be like this right here. Look. From a societal perspective, so for me, I'm not gonna lie. This year, our trans brothers and sisters are having such a moment that's well deserved. We're seeing more openness about transitions, more people that you would never thought were trans. They're coming out saying, you know what, I am trans and I want to share my story now. I see there's a need. Like, I'm over the moon about the moment that trans people are having. And of course, there's still rights and still um rights and fights that are happening that are needed to get things the way that they need to be for all of us just to be treated equally. But they're having such a moment this year, and I've been so just excited just to see all the happenings, all the discussions. A lot of stuff is coming to light now that we were not aware of regarding the trans experience. That for me has been one of the highlights or of the year for me.
23 has been a year of transition, at least in speaking for myself. I mean, just into selling a home that I had owned for so many years, to doing more traveling and learning to appreciate me, if that makes sense. Just appreciating me without being validated by someone to say, "Oh, Dorian, oh, you did such a good job," or, "Oh, look at you here." I didn't. Some of it could do to age too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't need it. I can truly say this year I've been the happiest with myself. Myself has been epic to me.
Aw, that's sweet.
I have
That's a
learned
good
to
thing.
don't sit around waiting for that perfect person to come along to enjoy life experiences.
Mm. And
And
there is no perfect person. We are there,
oh,
right?
we know
There's
that.
no
But you know what I'm
okay.
saying? I'm waiting for that person
Baby,
to
I
come.
can't wait till we have that episode. That episode. I'm waiting on that. Dorian finds love. Like, I can't wait because I think even in that, even though you say that you've learned to appreciate you, which is the first thing, you have to love you first, right? You have
Okay.
to know you first before you can give to anyone. But I think that in going through that experience of finding love or finding your partner,
Mm-hmm.
I think that even then you're going to learn even more about yourself. A lot of things that you probably would rather not admit, but then a lot of things that you probably didn't even realize too. Just saying.
Okay.
That's my little 2 cents. But I can't wait for that episode, baby. Ooh, I can't wait.
I don't know if I'm laughing with you.
All of the above. All of the above. Because it's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be entertaining.
What would you give that person advice? What would you say that to that person?
That is on his way to you because I'm speaking him
Uh-huh.
into
Since you
existence.
already know me, what would you tell that person? What advice would you tell them?
Mm, I don't. You know what? That's the wrong show. Because it's
Just give us a snippet
what piece
that
of
tells
advice would I
you,
give that person? To be patient.
wow.
No, no, you can't do that.
I, I asked, so I'm not going to ever ask a question I'm not ready for the answer.
Okay.
So you know me well enough to know.
I know you well enough to know that he's going to have patience.
But
And
can I interject real quickly?
yes,
I think in any relationship, everybody has to have patience.
well, I mean, true, true.
Let me tell you, I I know you well enough to know, and I say this from love. I know Dominic has a pound of patience to deal with you.
True, but on the same token, though, and see what we're not gonna flip this on me, okay? Because this
No,
is
no, no,
about
we're not
you.
flipping this on you.
But listen, though, you asked what advice I would have for him. That would be to be patient, and I'm asking him to be patient because sometimes me as your friend, I can say your patience. No, I'm not doing this. I'm out. Like, nah, he got me messed up. Like, my name is Dorian. And what's needed in that moment is patience and a sense of caressing that has to happen to the situation for y'all to get to the other side of it. So, me knowing my friend and how sometimes his head can be a little hot, that is the only reason why I say patience. That's all. It was harmless, and that's why I said we need to wait till
For the
to
purpose
this
of this
episode.
conversation, I will let the audience know that I totally agree with that statement. I know I can be hot headed. I know I'll wake up in the morning and be like, I'm not doing this anymore. We're going to move on, let it be
Yes.
gone. I know me. So there is some truth
So
to
there's
that.
no shade to it.
No,
And for our
no,
viewers,
none was taken.
yeah,
None was taken. It's cold outside. I don't want shade right now anyway.
baby, they say when it's cold outside, it's big boy season. And these big boys be coming hard. Have you thought about a big boy?
So we're going to move on.
So please, if you want, if you have time, go ahead, tap in, highlight whatever your most memorable moment was for 2023, comment, and make sure you share too.
Right. Nothing's too small.
No.
Even if you just said, "Oh, I just painted the bathroom this year," if that's your accomplishment, we celebrate you.
Yes. Because it is an accomplishment, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. In less than 12 hours, we're going to be going into 2024.
Oh my gosh.
I know. What does Kenan see for 2024 for him? Personally, relationship wise, family wise, work wise. What do you see?
I'd like to I definitely see myself continuing to strengthen my spiritual man,
Okay,
um so that I'm more in tune with my surroundings and not necessarily people that I come in contact with, but the spirits that I come in contact with.
okay,
Um I want to continue to pursue a healthier way of living. Um i.e., I want my six pack back. I got this little pudge now, and everybody likes it, but I'm like, no, I'm not used to having a pudge. I want my, like.
yeah. As I look down, okay.
Look, I said my son did it. Okay, he came and my six pack went, but continue to get stronger with just being me and being able to accept me and all that is me. So then I'm not so worried about what people have to say or what they think, which to an extent it does matter, right? Because to every tale, there's some truth, there's something in
Mhm.
that we may need to pull from it, which I'm open to, right? I'm open to that.
Okay.
But um, I would want to see Black Gay Table Talk like as a whole expand, right? So we have Let's Get to Talking, we have Tapping into Talent, we have marriage sessions. So I'd like to see other married black um gay couples or LGBTQIA, like, whether it's lesbian couples or, I want to see more of that representation in a positive way. Um And I love that Black Gay Table Talk has been the avenue to do that. So I want to see more of that, more interviews. We have a plethora of talent in the Black LGBTQIA
Absolutely.
community.
I agree.
Artists, painters, singers, songwriters, dancers. I want to highlight them. Like, why is it so hard to find them? I want to highlight entrepreneurs, black businesses, black um I just I want to I want this to be an even bigger avenue, right? So my hope is one day there's a studio or that the show gets picked up by a larger entity, but yet we're still able to highlight and focus on the experience. And we're inclusive of all, right? So it doesn't matter your color or creed, but in us sharing that LGBTQIA experience or IA plus experience, I want to highlight the Black experience in that umbrella because oftentimes we go missed, unheard, or our message is kind of washed. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I would love to see Black Gay Table Talk or the Black LGBTQIA brand grow beyond us because ultimately what we're doing and what the mission and the purpose of it is, it's bigger than us already, you know? So I would love to see that happen. Um yes, so I guess that's it. That was a lot. That was a lot. Sorry, but I mean, I say it's onward and upward from here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
nothing beats a fail but a try. And if we're trying, and yeah, we ain't got no OnlyFans accounts, and we not showing DP, and we not doing all this other stuff that gets a lot of attention. But I think we get the right attention, and that's what matters.
Okay. So I shouldn't wear my great sweatpants next week.
Now, I'm not gonna say we're not gonna highlight the boys that do have the great sweatpants.
I'm just asking a question.
I ain't saying we ain't gonna highlight them because we have to. That's a gift. They were given a gift and a talent. Okay, there's a talent to wearing gray sweatpants. There's a talent to the whole thirst trap setup and knowing what they doing and having the muscles just right. And we appreciate that. Okay, we appreciate you. Okay, so we want to highlight you too.
Disclosure for all my Christian friends that's looking, listening, and looking. When he asked me to do this with him, I was told it was on a different page than what he's talking about right now. You can continue. I just needed to put that disclosure out there.
Oh, please, because guess what? I want them too. Me being a Black gay man, it's hard to find a church that is welcoming to you and your family, right? I want to highlight if we have Black gay pastors and priests
They're
or
out there.
bishops out there, which I'm sure they are,
Yeah.
I want to highlight them too. Why not? I'm a believer, and like I said before, I'm a part of God's body just like everybody else.
True.
Why can't we have them on the show too? So it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, we're on one side of the fence. Anything related to our experience, our shared experience being under that LGBTQIA umbrella as Black people, I want to highlight. And that's whether and that's I'm gonna be real. Everything from the DPs all the way to the bishops and like everything. This will be your hub to find everything that you need related to our experience. Okay, so Dorian, what about you? Like,
Woo. I don't know how to chime in now.
oh gosh.
I should have gone first. 2024. Just a better me. In a nutshell, a better me. For better financial goals, more traveling, and embracing more self time. And in that self time, working on my health, my physical, my mental, and my spiritual as well.
Amen.
Probably coming home a little bit more during the warm months. You see how I keep going back
Hmm.
during the warm months.
The warm months.
Yeah,
So,
great.
do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
I believe in them, but I can truly say in the years that I have been in existence and that I have been claiming to make them, I haven't followed through.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never I've never I've never been big on like, oh, I have to make this New Year's resolution because I'm always striving for improvement and self-improvement.
Absolutely.
So To me, it's never been that. But if you are the type who does believe in New Year's resolutions, I'll say this, and hopefully you see this as a motivational message as well. Each year, granted, it is the opportunity for a blank page, right? So
Mm-hmm.
as you embark on 2024, it's a blank page. You have the ability to write out how that year will go. Yes, there will be bumps, there may be hurdles, and things may not go as planned to a T. But the beautiful part about it is each day is a new opportunity. Each day is a blank page. So, yes, look forward to the possibilities that the year has to unfold for you, but don't take for granted that you have the ability to take things one day at a time, one day at a time. And if you continue to work and you continue to stay diligent, of course, sprinkle some faith in it. Anything is possible. So just
Things like
don't forget that as you do embark on the new year. And blessings and well wishes to you, of course.
stay safe out there. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you next year. Bring a family member, bring a friend next time you're viewing it. Hell, have a viewing party.
I'm not mad about that. Yes. Actually, yes. Have a viewing party.
It took a minute for it to click. that delay right there was like, oh yeah.
Yes, leave a comment. And you've heard the goals, right? So I challenge each of you that's a part of that Black LGBTQIA plus uh, community. You know what the goals are that we have for this show, for the brand. Help us get there. Help put us in the forefront. Have those viewing parties. If you know someone that you think would be a good fit to be on the show as a guest, recommend the show, spread the word, let us know about them so that we can reach out. I mean, we're in this together, you know? So if one of us wins, we all win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, my friend,
Yay.
as we close this 2023 out, blessings and love and success. And let's give ourselves an applaud for what we did accomplish in 2023. And I look forward to an
I do look forward.
exciting, epic, amazing 2024.
Whoop whoop. I almost want to sing. I don't
Please
know what to
don't.
say. Yes, it's gonna be a good year. Oh, 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 I
Well, my friend, I'm going to sign
said
out. You can
he's
serenade the
don't
audience.
go, don't go. Okay, bye.
Bye. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
We're happy
Happy
to be
New
a part
Year.
of your podcast family.
Let's get to talking.